SBTVNation, it's the dream. I'm in the house with my boy, the Mad Hatter, and good morning to you. Let's go.
Son, it's cuffing season, baby. You ready to go get it this summer or what, Playboy?
Oh, man. What's going on, y'all? How you feel out there today?
Oh, kid. Little bit of a rough night for your boy last night, man. The St. Lucia Cardinals couldn't even get a run out of him last night, brother.
No,
1-0. 1-0, man. And you want to talk about the guys that didn't want to be there? You know, like you were alluding to yesterday. Well, I was apparent when the bats were up, they were just not feeling it, man. But I can tell you one thing, though. That team defensively is really good.
Which one?
St. Lucia.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, defensively they're good. But, couldn't even get a run out of them yesterday. But, hey, you know what? It is what it is. Won the day before, and I'm looking forward to turning that around, man. But you know what I can say is that the hashtag SBTVNation is very, very on. Dude, everybody's on your side, man, when you have one loss. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no doubt.
Everybody's right there being like, hey, it's all good. We'll get them tomorrow, baby. I'm like, yeah, you're damn right, man. And you know what the funniest part about it is? Like, I think there's, like, people that actually sit in the wings and wait for you to lose to say something.
Oh, dude, you don't oh, my God. Sitting waiting in the wings for you to lose.
Dying for the biggest show in the world to lose. I don't know why, guys. Listen, last I checked, we have a pretty entertaining and fun show, and it's all free. So, you know what I mean? Like, But whatever, can I?
Listen, they don't get me going with that. Let's keep it moving. Yo, I was able to hit the no score first inning last night. I put out that I didn't like any of the other stuff. My only play last night that I liked was the no score first inning with Seattle, which cashed. So we hopefully people got on that. We won a little bit of money with that. You were on that as well, no?
I was, and King Felix ended up giving up a touchdown yesterday, kid. 7 runs.
Wow.
The Stanks got all over him in I want to say it was a 4th inning, bro. Boom. Yeah. Boom. So, big ups to all my people in the money team there, the little DM chat room they got going on. They were all over the Yanks. Even Doc was, man. So, big ups to them on that.
We got 100 bets out there retweeting the show. My man D, Jason Braz, B's Knees 26, Cloudman Swag. What's up, baby? Good to see you this morning. Lou Dog, J Cass, All in Life, Smokey, Blue Chips, Christos, Mo, Doc, Sir Mata, Arthur Ashley, Benjamin Rose, C. Rodriguez Jr., Snoopy Betts, Mario Martinez, Irvin, Jason Riley, James Harrelson, Sports Shark, Peeper Prez, Spot Bet, Razor Ramon, Immaculate, Sirach, King J, and Boston Boy. Whoa, we kicking it already with 30 retweets. What's going on, y'all?
Son, it doesn't take us that long to get 30 retweets, man. It's only a couple of minutes, baby.
We got a full roster of our faithful on this morning. Most of the guys, man, we've been rolling with this morning that are on and retweeting right now have, they've been with us since the onset and continue to give us that support. So we must be doing something right.
A little bit. Last I checked, I invited a couple of people to the block party yesterday, man. It was, real quick, but let's keep it moving from there, brother. So, guys, listen, it's Tuesday. Tomorrow, we have the NHL Stanley Cup kicking off, and Thursday, we have the NBA playoffs, the NBA Finals. And speaking of the NBA, brother, Kyrie, I guess he's a little bit more banged up than I thought.
I tried to tell you, son.
And I guess from what I understand, I guess he did not participate fully in practice.
Right.
So, I know he's going to be playing, but I don't think he's going to be 100%. And Mr. Klay Thompson, from what I understand, will be suited up and will be in action on Thursday night as well.
Yeah, I told you that. I noticed Kyrie's injury. He seemed hobbled the last game that he played when he was out there. And like I said, some of these injuries, as soon as you get, back in game, they start, they resurface. So you need time. Only way you're going to fix the injury, you need some time off. And you need significant time off. Not a couple of days or a week or so. You usually need, a month to 2 months to get yourself back together and get fully healed. So I still don't get. I understand them, but baseball and basketball injuries just kind of bother me.
I know. It's tough, man. It's tough to get back to business with that. But hey, You know what? It is what it is.
Think about being out and playing a pickup game on the street. You playing on asphalt, outside. You playing against cats, living out their Jordan, the Michael Jordan fantasies and playing real rough. All right. And you still manage to get hurt is minimal. You know what I'm saying? On a hoop. I mean, playing softball for years, I don't remember anyone ever getting hurt playing softball. So I don't know, man. I whatever.
Oh, man, we already got the photos coming out because everybody's getting ready for Freaky Friday. Can't wait for the show, man. Yo, I got Jay Cass coming on Freaky Friday, too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's going to come on and break down the soccer, and we're going to be going from there. Clownman Swag.
Jay Cass posts as much as Fan Lucci.
Got plays for days, man. So let's see who else I got here. I've got LA WizKid. I got Total Sports Edge. I've got Damon Dazenberg. I've got Bud Cheddar. I got Tanakis. What is up, guys? Face Kicker, the Turtle, Juan Medina. Yo, what's up? Good morning to you.
It's that time of the morning where your boys are on doing their thing. Yo, let's talk for a second about Mr. Adrian Peterson.
Yes.
Dallas fans, I told you months ago you wasn't getting him. And you're still not getting him. So tell me how dope your offensive line is and how Darren McFadden is going to get 2,000 yards this year.
Oh, my God. I don't know.
But listen, hold on, wait. Aside from that, because every time I think about this Peterson thing, I just laugh at the Cowboys and Jerry Jones. You guys, this is what I love. In years past, the Cowboys fans have complained about Jerry Jones when I thought that it was unnecessary and that, he was rebuilding the team, getting things together, doing his thing. This, though, it seemed to be getting a pass from the Cowboy fans. But to me, this is the worst thing I've seen him do in recent history because he shouldn't have played games with the other running back. Oh, which is eluding my mind right now. Who's the running back they let go?
Oh, the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Murray.
They shouldn't have played games with DeMarco Murray. They should have signed. The one time Jerry Jones needed to do what he's famous for doing, overpaying or getting a guy there, he decides to not to. Coming off his best season behind that offensive line and that chemistry. So now you go into this season with no running back or a rookie or whatever, and you guys think you're going to be successful. Okay, keep hope alive.
Yes, definitely, man. Hey, you know what? That's going to be. I was talking to my my sister's boyfriend
last year, and it helped. It just improved the whole aspect of all your gameplay. What made you so dangerous was that you finally had a liable, running game that you could count on. And now going into this season, it's a big question and a big unknown. Even if these guys do turn out to be okay, there's the whole chemistry issue that is built over the time of being a running back for many years. You know how your guys block. You know where to run, where the hole should be at, and what to do. It just works a lot differently when you've played for consecutive years. Coming in your first season or your first year with a new offensive line, it's just rough, man. It's just rough. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm not saying it won't be done, but the statistics look very bad against you. Now, on to Peterson. What's his problem, dude?
I don't know, man.
Because
he's a mess.
Here's my thing with him. All right, hold up, dude. You beat your kid. All right, now I'm on the fence with that as far as you're disciplining your kid. I understand. I'm not one of those guys that's against the spanking. I got no problem with the spanking. Switches are some down south stuff. I'm familiar with the concept. Not saying you should do it, but the bottom line is, it got out, and apparently it was to the point that that a third person, got involved with it. Now here's my thing. I have spanked my kids, here and there, a tap here and there. Gone to school the next day, the teachers never called my house or nobody ever came over here looking, because I didn't spank my kid to that degree. You understand what I'm saying? Yep. There's also degrees of punishment. So anytime a third person gets involved in a degree of punishment, there's an eyebrow raise. Now, I'm not saying that Cats didn't target him because he's Adrian Peterson. First of all, I find it a little shaky that the ex-girlfriend gets the kid, and all of a sudden the ex-girlfriend is so concerned and this, that, and the other. And I get it. It could be, could be some targeting there. But bottom line is, you did it. It was a little bit excessive, apparently, because, a third person got involved and authorities got involved, all right? So now, here's my thing. Why are you mad at the Vikings?
I don't know, man. He thinks like they didn't have his back or something like that.
No, but how do you have somebody's back for child abuse?
I get it. I totally feel you, man. I'm with you 100% on that, kid. I don't get it.
You know what I'm saying? How do you have somebody's back with child abuse, man? I'm just not, I don't get it. It's you did it. It's your fault. It may be embarrassing. I understand that. You felt like whatever. I get it. But it's not the Vikings' fault, though. For you to sit back and now you're mad at the Vikings. You don't want to play for them. Dude, really? Come on.
Oh, man. I don't know, guys. We're having a little bit of, I want to say that Spreaker is giving us the issue here. There's some people that can't listen to the show. Going to have to do it on your phone, I think. I think that's the move right now. But I've got a little meeting with Spreaker today. I'm going to have a conversation with them because I don't think they're showing us enough love being the number one sports show in their network. You know what I mean? So, and especially that some of our people are having a hard time listening to the show, man. So, guys, you know what? Pull your phones out, pull up Spreaker.com, and go on your phone because on the phone it works for me fine. So,
hey, especially because we did send Spreaker like over 100 counterfeits, copycats.
Yes. Hey, listen, so speaking of Freaky Fridays, man, we got Jay Cash coming on, but guys, you know what? It is Freaky Friday. Please don't mistake that and send me any Caitlyn Jenner photos. That's one thing I don't want to see, so it's all good. I got an open mind and all, but the internet's a little too flooded with that stuff these days.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Let's try to be easy with the nudity as well, guys, if we can. You know what I'm saying? Keep them like borderline.
Yeah, right. Like between PG-13 and R-rated's all right. R-rated's good. R-rated's good. All right. So, So what do you want to get into first, Playboy?
Well, it's up to you, man. You running the show today.
There's a bunch of soccer going on, man. Guys, you know what? I don't know much about soccer, and I can't get into it, man. It's the MLS and all that stuff going on. I know Crush the Bookie's huge into that, man. So, you know what? We're getting our soccer guy on Friday to have a conversation with you, but we're going to have to jump. Let's just take a look at some opening lines that we have right now, see if the lines have changed for the NHL playoffs, and then we'll get into the MLBs. Right now, you got Tampa Biscuit minus 120 and Chicago plus 117 with an under-over of 5. That's pretty much where you're at right now with that. And Chicago is still favored in that series, Dream. Did you put that play in yet with Chicago and Golden State?
I did not. I meant to do it last night, and I got a little sidetracked and distracted in some other stuff, but I'm going to get it in today for sure.
All right. So, and then you never know. I mean, that's definitely good hedge material if you get in trouble with one of them series.
No doubt, definitely.
So, because it probably pays pretty good. I mean, that's got to pay.
100 paid $147.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff there. So, taking a look at this, guys, obviously the series price with the finals is the future. And looking at this MLB futures real quick before we get into it, right now, the Washington Nasties are still the overall favorite to win, kid. Plus 650. The Dodgers plus 750. K-Sizzle Royals plus 1,000. St. Lucia Cardinals plus 1,200. And the Detroit Tigers plus 1,600. And the San Francisco Giants, dude, they were 40-1 2 weeks ago. 16-1 now, bro.
Wow.
Believe that?
Yep.
Guess what? They ain't winning it, though. They're not winning it. So, all right, guys, let's keep it moving. Let's go right over to the diamond and see what we got there. Let me just switch this up for the diamond. All right, kid. Pulling it up here, guys. Just give me 1 second. The site's moving a little bit slow. Damn technology, man. They got to get this stuff right, huh?
I don't know if it is them or if it's our stuff either, though.
No, it's not. It's definitely not our stuff, man. because Spreaker's going loud and clear over here. So, you know what? It's just being on the, you got to be on the phone, I guess, for this, whatever. So the first game I got on a ticket, guys, is, sorry about this. You got any shout-outs to do while I'm doing this stream?
I'm actually trying to pull up my stuff as well. Hold on, I'll finish out right now. My bad. I was trying to pull up my stuff. Let's see what we got going on here. Wow.
I wonder if the rain has something to do with it.
I noticed that we do seem to have problems when it's rain. And let's give big shout outs to Mr. Mac Chino, Real Winners, Tip Talker, my man Zay, what's going on? JCP, what's going on, player? How you doing? JC, I haven't heard from Champ in a minute. Have him shoot me a what's up, because I haven't really talked to him in a second. I'll also try to send him a DM on my end, but I know you talked to him a little bit more than I do, so tell him I said what's happening. Face Kicker, what's going on? The Turtle is out there as well. Bud Cheddar is out there. Tanakis is out there. LA Whiz Kid, Total Sports Edge. Casano, Direct Sports Solution, good morning to you, player. Getting to a check, my man. 100 bets. D as well. Jason Braz. B's Keys as well, 26. Clown Man Swag, Lou Dog, J Cass, all in on life. Smokey, Blue Chips, Christos, Mo, Doc, Sir Mata, Arthur Ashley, Benjamin Rose, C. Rodriguez Jr., Snoopy Betts, Mario Martinez, Irvin, just to name a few.
All right, so the first game I got on the ticket is a makeup game from yesterday. It's a 105 start, if they could even get this game going, man, because it's really nasty out here today. I think the whole East Coast is raining. We got the Toronto Blue Jays coming into the Washington Nasties. Toronto has R.A. Dickey on the mound. Washington, Jordan Zimmerman. The line has gone up tremendously, guys. Washington minus 205 with an under-over of 7. Wow. Are they going to play this game, Dream?
No, probably not.
Let me take a look at the weather and see what's going on over there, man. Right now, it's a light rain, 64 degrees in Washington, D.C. So, what you got as far as pitchers are concerned there?
As far as pitchers are concerned, your boy Dickey's 2-5 with a 2-6. No, that's 2-5. 2-5. No, my little asterisk as far as their numbers are concerned underneath it is so light. It's crazy trying to look at it. I tried darkening it up, but it just won't darken. Dickey, anyway, is 2-5 with a 5.77 ERA. The Blue Jays are 23-29, 9-17 away. The Nationals are 28-22, 14-7 at home. My man Zimmerman's 4-2 and 3.26 on the ERA tip.
Dude, I had a minus 160 juice on that game yesterday. Now it's minus 205. What's your thoughts on that, kid? What do you think? I mean, just having a day off? Maybe that has something to do with it because they were traveling the day before and now they had a day off or whatever. But minus 205, I mean, I still like the Nasties in the spot, but that's a lot of juice. Son,
right now I'm strictly no score. I'm a no score first inning guy. Listen, a man's got to know his limitations. You got to know what you're good at doing.
I feel you.
I don't really have I just don't have the passion for baseball. I just don't. I'm trying to. And I'm sure I'll get there, as the season gets on, as I get more into these guys. You know what? I feel bad that I didn't do fantasy baseball this year because fantasy baseball actually helped me, enjoy baseball a little bit more than I'm enjoying it so far this year. I'm just not, like I said, these cats and their attitudes out there on the fields, I'm just not feeling them.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. You know what? Hey, it's all good. I'm loving it. I love the baseball.
I know, because you're a junkie. There's a million games to play every day, so you always got a game. You can always keep going. Yeah, anybody who's a huge gambler has to love baseball.
I love baseball
just for the sheer volume alone.
Son, you know what my Sundays consist of?
And it's every day.
Here's my Sundays, dude. I do the show, right? And we didn't do it last week, and then what I do is I hit the grocery store, I get a bunch of food. You know what I mean? I have my grill going. I have my TV up in my kitchen with the door wide open. Sit there, kid, cigars, food, and beer all day long and watch baseball, kid. I love it. I think it's dope.
That sounds booty.
Oh, it ain't booty. Believe me. You sound like my wife. My wife hates it. She hates that, man. But whatever. Hey, it is what it is, and that's what I do on Sundays. So next game we got on the ticket, we got the Cincinnati Reds coming into the Philadelphia Phillies. Cincinnati minus 160, and I think I know why. Coming into the Phillies with an under-over of 7. Who you got pitching, brother?
Mr. Cueto is pitching. He's 3-4 with a 3.03 ERA. The Reds are 22-27, 9-16 away. The Phillies are 19-33, 12-13 at home. O'Sullivan is 1-4 with a 4.81 ERA. You know, baseball's just not really that fun.
No score first innings are.
I mean, you know what? And I hate to say this because it's kind of messed up, and I know cats will hate this, but when the Cats were taking steroids, it was so much better. It was, because it was home runs all the time, everywhere you look. Sports Center be just loaded with home runs all night, every night. It was just a lot more exciting when the roids was going on. You know, Cats were dope. Their numbers were incredible. You know, the baseball now is the equivalent to, like, you know, for the most part, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns, like, playing every week with, like, that 7-3 game, or the Baltimore Ravens. Like, you don't want to watch that every week or every game.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? It's just not, you know, there's an excitement level. I don't know if I'm wrong. If you guys feel excited about baseball, let me know. Most of you guys I know are excited about gambling. All right, that's what you're excited about.
That's what it is, man. It's gambling, kid. That's what we're having a good time doing.
And I get that. I get the gambling makes it fun, but I'm saying I don't, you know, I know some of you guys exist out there, even though maybe you won't admit it. Some of you guys gamble to gamble, all right? We know this. This is a statistic with gambling. It's been, like, professionally studied. Some cats gamble just for the action. Like, they care, but they really could care less whether they win or lose. They really just want the action and the excitement of gambling.
You know what? That's a good subject to bring up, man. You know, are you guys out there? I mean,
most of the cats
I would say, yeah, right. I would say 95% of gamblers out there, or maybe 90%, whatever, you know, do it to make the games more exciting. You know what I mean? And, you know, but at the end of the day, man, it's about winning. We want to make money here. You know what I'm saying? Well, so hopefully we can convert a bunch of people.
Right, for us, I mean, that's what it's about. I'm hoping that's what it's about for you. And that's another reason why, you know, I'm not, you know, one of our big things is not forcing plays and not playing no matter, you know, I'll take days off and, you know, I'm not all involved in stuff. You know, like last night, I could have went ham. You know, I had a bunch of leans that I kind of liked, but I was like, you know, I'm not loving none of this stuff, so there's no reason to play it. But that's because I don't need to play for the action. You know, I'm playing, you know, to try to win, to try to make a profit. You know, if there's something out there, you know, that I see that I like. I mean, that's my only, you know, motivation for gambling.
Yeah. Yep, I feel you, man. I feel you. But getting back to this game here, and it's something I want you guys to start looking at, too. So Philadelphia has Sean O'Sullivan on the mound. Cincinnati has Cueto, my boy. The under over 7 with Cincinnati minus 165. Now, I just want to talk to you about this real quick, all right? Let's talk about team totals. Because the Philadelphia Phillies, bro, score 3 runs a game, and that's probably what their team total is, and they're going against Cincinnati's ace. So you may want to start looking at these teams, guys. The bottom 4 teams, as far as scoring runs, Milwaukee Brewers, 3.73, Seattle Mariners, 3.69, Chicago White Sox, 3.65, and the Philadelphia Phillies are dead last at 3.02. And in the last 3 games, the Philadelphia Phillies have scored 1.33 runs a game, which is 4 runs in 3 games, guys. So start taking a look at the team total unders in those last 4. You know what I mean? What do you think about those, Dream?
What's his name? You know, my man Game Changer, he's on those a lot. He does those quite a bit. I don't, you know, I haven't, you know, I'm just trying to get on board with baseball just in general. So I haven't really looked at the team totals too much, but that's an excellent idea. Great, another, you know, way to maybe gamble, and maybe there's, you know, some profit to be found there.
Definitely. I mean, you know, 4 runs in 3 games.
Right.
That sucks, you know? And it wasn't like they were playing anybody, you know, incredible there. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely something to take a look at, guys. So keep that in your radars. And, hey, might be something to make some money on. And that goes for the teams in the top tier as well, you know, with the team total overs. Like Toronto Blue Jays, 5.15 runs a game. You got Arizona. I've been pounding them with the overs, man. 4.68 runs a game. And K-Sizzle, 4.67.
Right.
And if you get Toronto at home, they're 5.35 runs a game, bro. And believe it or not, dude, away, who do you think the top team is in runs scored away?
On the road?
On the road. Who scores the most runs on the road?
I love your asking me this like I'm a baseball.
It's your favorite team right now. The Houston
the
Astros.
The Astros.
Houston Astros are scoring.
I love you asking me like I'm knee deep going out getting a bunch of food on Sundays, having cigars, and sitting around watching baseball.
That trivia question there. I figured, your favorite team right now is the Astros.
That just gave me his rundown. I love that. And then when football season's in, my man is at the mall.
Yeah, right. Me, son.
At a birthday party with his bride.
I think you got me confused with some other cats there, because football's off limits for everything. Let's see the next one. So, if I take a look at that, man, I may look at like a first 5 innings with Cincinnati there. I don't know yet, guys. Let me see if this game even gets played because it is in Philadelphia. I don't know what the weather's out there. Let me just take a look what it is right now. It is 53 and cloudy. I love it's 50 degrees all over the East Coast in the summertime. It's like June. It sucks, man. All right, next one we got on the ticket. We got the LA Dodgers coming into the Colorado Rockies. LA has Nicasio on the mound. Colorado has De La Rosa. I do not have a line or a total. Let me look at sportsbetterstv.com and see if I can find something there.
Hey, guys, be advised, this is a doubleheader today, as there are 2 games, 3:10 p.m. We do know about Queen of Odds, this little trend Nation gave us, as far as the team that wins the first game usually loses the second game. It came to fruition the last time that we had this situation, as my man Irving cashed on it, so we'll have to be cognizant and pay attention to that.
Speaking of the Queen, man, she hit me up yesterday. She said she wants to come on and judge Freaky Friday one day. I'm like, really? You sure about that? That's kind of inappropriate. She's like, no, I love that. I'll do that. I'm like, oh, that's sexy. All right, cool. So we're gonna have the Queen of Odds judging Freaky Fridays one of these weeks, guys. We'll make the announcement on that. So LA Dodgers, Colorado, the first game, man. What you got for their ERAs and stuff like that?
All right, the Dodgers are 30-20 all around. They're 9-13 on the road and put the smackdown on the Rockies last night. Is it Nicasio? Is 1-1 with a 1.29 ERA. The Rockies are 22-27, 8-14 at home. De La Rosa is 1-2 with a 6.51 ERA.
Ugly game. I wish I could see the line or the total. I have no opinion, obviously, with no line or total up, dude. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, the Dodgers did layeth the smacketh down on them last night. What was it, 11-4 victory?
Mm-hmm.
And Kershaw got 3 hits in that game, dude. 3 hits for a pitcher. Unbelievable. Hey, he's a hell of an athlete, man. You got to give it to him there. Guys, until there's a line posted, I can't give an opinion on that, as you know. Next one we got on a ticket, we've got the second of the doubleheader with Toronto and...
Well, hold on. Why can't you give a line? It's money line. It's so it's who wins and who loses.
Son,
don't give an opinion. Who do you think will win? You don't need to know the line for that.
I think the Dodgers will win the game. But,
okay.
But if it's -200 or something like
that,
no,
you won't get down with it. I got it. No,
yeah.
I understand that. But I'm just saying, you say who you think is going to win. That's all I'm getting at.
I feel you. I got you. So next game we got on the ticket is the Toronto Blue Jays at the Washington Nasties. I don't have a lineup for the second game yet, but what do you have as far as the pitchers in the second matchup?
For the Dodgers?
Toronto and Washington, 7:05.
Toronto, okay. Jeez, I didn't know. Oh, there's 2 doubleheaders on.
Yeah. Estrada and Scherzer.
Yeah, Estrada and Scherzer. Estrada's 1-3 with a 3.89 ERA, 22-29, 9-17 on the road. This game probably won't get played though, guys. The Nationals got Scherzer on the mound. He's 6-3 with a 1.51 ERA. It's 28-22 all around. The Natties are, and they're 14-7 at home. This game here does have glimpses of a no-score first inning. I don't expect either of these games to get played today, though. So we'll just have to watch. I may hit you guys up with something a little later, but I don't expect either one of these games to get played, and especially not the second game.
I think you're out of your mind if you do a no-score first inning in that one.
All right.
Son, the Toronto Blue Jays are sick with the bats, kid.
Yeah, but they don't gotta score them all in the first inning. They don't gotta be sick with the first inning. But like I said,
I don't your mind.
I don't think this game's gonna get played. They're going against Scherzer, son. Scherzer is nice.
I know, but it's the Toronto Blue Jays bats. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So hey, I'm just trying to save you a little coin. You know what I mean?
No doubt. I like. It's okay. I feel you. Thank you.
I got you back. Big ups to my man WTF, Joseph, Del Rosario, Ben Diaz, Tommy King, Booze and Bets, Moneyline Hunter, THOTN. What's up? LeBron Jameis. What's up, buddy? How are you, man? And Zay, Mr. Savior Based. What's going on? So, it's tough, man, because we're kind of in limbo here, guys, because we don't know. With the East Coast weather being so bad, we don't know which games are going to be played and which ones are not, but there's no line on this game yet. The next game we got on a ticket is the Oakland A's at the Detroit Tigers. Oakland has Kendall Graverman on the mound. Detroit has Alfredo Simon. Detroit minus 140 with an under-over of 8.5. What you got there?
We have, let's see, as I look down, because it's hidden now because there's so many we got the 2 doubleheaders taken up. There it is. Graverman is 2-2 with a 5.79 ERA. The Oakland A's are 20-33, horrible. 11-16 on the road, horrible. Detroit 28-24, 14-12 at home. Simon's 5-2 with a 2.67 ERA. You know what? I like Detroit tonight. Detroit needs to get back to winning.
Yeah, they do.
So I like Detroit. A's stink. All right. A's are Graverman's 5.79 ERA. I got Detroit punched in on my radar right now.
Oakland 6-3 straight up in the last 9, player.
I don't care.
Just saying, and I'm gonna be honest with you, that Detroit Tigers team with their bats have been terrible.
I know, but it's time to wake up, man. It's time to wake up, turn it around. You're home, get the energy going. You're at your own park. Wake up and get a win.
I know. Let me just take a look at what they've done. I'm going to add this up in my brain real quick, guys.
There's nothing to do in Detroit, but try to not get robbed.
Let's see. 10 runs, 12 runs. No, I'm sorry. 10, 13, 14. 14 runs in 7 games, man. Wow. 14 runs in 7 games. That's 2 per game. We talked about that, the other week. I would have to. I think Detroit gets it done too. I agree with you there.
They got to turn it. I mean, they got to turn it. They're a good team. They were off the hook at first. They're in a little bit of a rut, but I think they're going to turn it around. Right now they got to have be thinking in themselves. Let's turn this around. Let's get back going again and get back to winning ways. And as I said, they're like the only ones working in Detroit, so they should be happy.
Well, let's take a look at this. So, Oakland A's, kid, if you're a $100 bettor, you are down. Get this, Dream. $1,864 on the year betting the Oakland A's. Yikes. Woo, man. If you're betting them and the Brewers, I think you got to reload your bankroll a few times here. Detroit, as I said, 1-4 straight up in the last 5, and the total has gone under in 4 of the last 5 Detroit games when playing Oakland, and 5 of the last 7 Detroit games at home. Alfredo Simon should get the job done. I agree with you on that, but I just don't know if I could pull the trigger yet I'll let you know.
Don't pull
later.
it, baby. I don't want you pulling the trigger.
I may. I don't know. We'll see. We'll
you
see what
gotta
happens.
get your menu together to get your bunch of food on Sunday and your cigars.
Yes. Yes.
Get your itinerary together.
I had a skewer party by myself
for
Sunday.
For your Sunday baseball extravaganza. I'd rather sit and watch the Spanish channel all day on Sunday.
Well, yeah, I would.
Telemundo.
I tell you, son, the talent on Telemundo, no doubt.
Like my man, the kid just said, he would hit me with the same thing. Yo, I'd rather watch the Spanish channel than be watching a baseball game. I'll big ups for that because I'm right there with you.
Son, the women are so hot on Telemundo. Oh, my God. Next one we got on the ticket, we got the Minnesota Twins coming into the Boston Red Sox, and we don't know if this game's going to be played either, man. Minnesota's got Big Pelf on the mound, Michael Pelfrey. Boston has Mr. Clay Buchholz. No line here yet.
Didn't they play that yesterday? Or they
no,
didn't play yesterday,
rained out. Oh, I got it. Boston minus 169 with an under-over of 8. What you got?
There it is right there. My man Big Pelf got extra rest, so he's going to be on fire for this game. What's the Boston minus what?
Boston minus 169.
This line dropped now. Remember yesterday? Wasn't it over 200?
No. It was like 170s. So it's right.
I thought
it's
it was
right
in
there.
The twos yesterday. Okay. All right. My man Big Pelf is 4-1 with a 2.77 ERA, 30-19, 11-12 on the road. The Twins are. Hey guys, this brings me to one more point. I have always said that every sport now in 2015. All right. First of all, football should not be played on a baseball field ever, okay? Because I hate that we see out in the West Coast. You know, when you see the Raiders play like early October, into September, that's dusty. All right. And the other thing is, every stadium now should be a retractable dome. Period.
I agree.
Every stadium should be a retractable dome. And, you spend all this money on these stupid stadiums, so and you kill the taxpayers for it. By the way, get all kinds of tax write-offs, all kinds of incentives. Every stadium should be a retractable dome. So when the weather's bad, you close the damn dome up and you play. Football, baseball, everything should be a retractable dome. And for the East Coast, it makes even more sense to now every stadium could have the Super Bowl. You do every city gets the Super Bowl that you have a team in, and it just makes it that much easier. Why we're at this age we still don't have that, I have no clue. But anyway,
they're spending more money bringing the walls in so they can hit more home runs.
That's true, right? and baseball needs to get a standard size baseball field also.
I agree with you 100% on that, man. I don't understand why they wouldn't all just have that.
I don't get, but whatever. The Red Sox are 22-29, 10-12 at home. Buchholz is 2-6 with a 4.33 ERA.
All right, guys. Like I said, man, you're gonna have to unfortunately listen to the playback. I think we might have to go strike against Spreaker, man, for messing up all our people here today. But hey, it is what it is. We'll have a conversation with them. I'll talk to them later on today, but go on your phones and listen to the show, man. That's all I can tell you about that. So I don't have an opinion here. I mean, everybody's going to be all over the Twins, though, bro. Everybody, if this game gets played, everybody's going to be on the Twins, and it's one of them It's one of them shaky lines, Dream, that I almost want to take the Red Sox.
I don't even feel. I thought it might have been shaky yesterday, but now with the extra day of rest, I don't know. Now it might be good. You know what I mean?
I don't. Yeah, you know what? Who told me this? I want to say it was Christos. Told me that maybe they were worried about Minnesota's bullpen being exhausted because they had to relieve Nolasco the game before that,
right,
in the second inning. You know what I mean? So maybe that had something to do with it. So they didn't have, ample rest like they're normally used to. So that's a pretty good point that we can take a look at. You know what I mean?
Right.
Damn, we got games for days here, man. Next one we got on the ticket, we got the Chicago Cubs at the Miami Marlins. Chicago has Kyle Hendricks on the mound. Miami has Brad Hand. Chicago minus 132 with an under-over of 7.5. What you got there?
Hendricks is 1-1 with a 3.76 ERA. The Cubs are 27-22, 12-11 on the road. The Marlins are 20-32, 10-16 at home. Hand is 0-1 with a 4.50 ERA.
All right, so taking a look at this, man, if Chicago was home, I would definitely jump on them, but I don't know if I'm feeling them on the road. So I'm going to fall back from this, even though they are 6-2 in the last 8 games when playing in Miami. I get it. Miami is 2-10 straight up in the last 12 at home. Wow. Then they go beat up on the Mets. Go figure. You know what I mean? Guys, this is an ugly game. Chicago's away scoring, man, ranked second in the league at 4.9 runs a game. I mean, everything you look at points towards the Cubs. But for some reason, I just can't pull the trigger. And speaking of weather, by the way, Dream, it's 81 and sunny in Miami right now. Well, actually, no, they got a couple clouds in the sky, so life's too short to live on the East Coast, man. What do you think? Think we need to get the hell out of here or what?
No doubt.
All right.
I've been wanting to get out of here for the last, I would say, 7 years.
Yeah, you've been dying to get out of here, man.
I've been dying to kick rocks.
Next, I don't have an opinion on that game, guys. I mean, if anything, Chicago does seem like the play, but for me, I just can't do it because this Miami Marlins team has been just a touch pesky, man. We bet against them. When you bet against them in the Mets in New York, they lose. They win the games, and they just seem to blow up some people's bankrolls. And I know Mr. Scott Weaver, I know he really likes this Miami team from time to time. So next one we got on the ticket.
Game Changer likes him too. I finally got him off of him. I don't know. He was giving me him like on the regular, and I was like, dude, stop.
Yeah, right.
I was like, just stop. And he's like, no, they're not bad. And I'm like, dude, they're awful. He's like, no, they're not bad. And just finally, even he gave up.
Yeah, man, you got to fall back from that because a $100 better on the Miami Marlins is minus $1,365. So I don't think too many clients would be too happy with that. Next one we got on the ticket, we got the Chicago White Sox coming into the Texas Rangers. Chicago has Jeff Samardzija on the mound. Texas has Colby Lewis. Chicago's actually favored here, minus 115 with an under-over of 8. What you got there?
Let's see. Colby Lewis is at the helm. My man Colby's numbers are... my thing's all over the place today. You're
4-3 with a 4.70 ERA, where Samardzija is 4-2 with a 3.84 ERA. Guys, I could tell you, man, that after looking at the stats and looking at where the Chicago White Sox are, as far as their bats are concerned, they're ranked 29th in the league, man. 3.65 runs a game. In the last 3, they're averaging 4 runs a game. But on the road, 3.78. So they're actually doing a touch better than they are at home on the road. But it is so hard to back the Chicago White Sox unless my boy Chris Sale is on the mound with them bats.
It's hard to back them, too, for everyone else.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Texas Rangers averaging 4.57 runs a game. Texas Rangers as a home underdog, man. You almost got to take a look at this team. Texas 10-2 straight up in the last 12 games. Wow. 4-1.
All right, I took a look. I'm still not good with it.
All right. 4-1 straight up in the last 5 at home, where the Texas Rangers are, and Chicago White Sox are, believe it or not, 9-4 straight up in the last 13 on the road. The total is going under in 12 of the last 18 games when Chicago's playing at Texas. Wow. I almost want, dude, I'm dying. See, you know what? Here's the problem. You take the under in this game, Texas has a 5-run inning and you're screwed. You know what I mean?
Well, that's how the under usually gets screwed.
But it's 8.5.
That's normal for baseball, isn't it? The normal baseball over underline, isn't it like 7?
Yeah, 7.5 to 8.5.
Yeah, so that's normal.
Colby Lewis.
Come on, brother, get on it.
I'm dying to take the under here. I am so dying to take. I'm so dying to take the under. Samardzija's not bad.
Texas Rangers' name, because like you know the Lone Ranger was a Texas Ranger.
I did not know that.
The Lone Ranger was a Texas Ranger. He was with a group of they were with a group of the Rangers, and they all got killed. And that's how he was. He was a young, and then that's how he became the Lone Ranger.
Chicago White Sox, man. Unbelievable what they've been doing. 74 degrees and sunny out in Texas. I'm dying to take the under here. You know what, guys? I'll get back to you on this. Let me put that on standby, and we'll go from there. I just don't like.
They have yet to make a good Lone Ranger movie, by the way.
Dude, you know what? I might go under the team total with the White Sox because I think I'm gonna get like a 3.5 to 4 there, and I don't think they're gonna score that many runs today. I think that might be my play. Next one we got on the ticket, we got the Baltimore Orioles coming into the Houston Astros. Baltimore has Mike Wright on mound. Houston has Colin McHugh. Houston minus 145 with an under-over of 8. What you got there?
Mike Wright is 2-0 with a 1.40 ERA. The Orioles are 23-27 with a 6-14 away record. McHugh is 5-2 with a 4.24 ERA. The Astros are 32-20, 17-12 at home.
All right, so taking a look at your favorite team here, the Houston Astros these days. Let's just see. How'd they do last night? They won, right?
The Astros won last night.
They did win. Yep, I remember they were down, and then they loaded up the bases and had a big inning and won 5-2. Baltimore is 2-4 straight up in the last 6, and the total's gone under in 8 of the last 11 games for Baltimore. The total has gone under. There's like all these under trends here for both these teams, dude. Under in 5 of the last Houston games, 5 of the last 7 Houston games, and 4 of the last 5 with Houston at home. But Houston's playing pretty well at home, man. 9-3 straight up in the last 12.
It's my boys.
I know, but Baltimore owns them, dude. 7-16 straight up in the last 23 when playing Baltimore. I know that goes back to last year, so that's a little skewed, but I have no opinion on that. I'm really liking this this team total with Chicago being under, dude. Really liking it.
Stay away from the Astros tonight. Is right. It's a pretty decent pitcher. 2-0 at 1.40 ERA. Houston did win last night, like you said, but they were behind the gun in the beginning. So maybe let's be careful and get off of that today. Give them a little bit of a break.
All right. Next one I got on the ticket, I got the Cleveland Indians coming into the K-Sizzle Royals. Cleveland has Carlos Carrasco on the mound. K-Sizzle has Jeremy Guthrie. You want to talk about a crazy line kick? KC plus 105. They are an underdog at home versus the Cleveland Indians, man, with an under-over of 8. What you got there?
Carrasco 6-4, 4.24 ERA. The Indians are 24-26, 14-12 on the road. Guthrie is 4-3 with a 6.70 ERA. I'm surprised you don't like Guthrie. He's like one of your type of pitchers. He's like harangue.
Yeah, right.
He fits into that whole. No, but he does. He's like that. The Royals are 29-19. They are 17-7 at home.
Kansas City with as an underdog at home. Very, very interesting, man. I mean, in that spot, I don't know how that... I mean, other than with the Stanks, I think they've won all those spots. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know. I think we'll have to have a conversation about that. But, hey, man, I just saw it. I see the Kid Picks is coming on Thursday.
I was gonna do the rundown with you this morning on it, but we didn't get a chance to do our thing this morning and talk yet. Yeah, I got him coming up on Thursday.
All right. So we got and you got Yotto coming on as well.
Yotto's coming on Wednesday.
Sweet, man. I'm looking forward to talking to that crazy bastard. Wonder what kind of mask he's going to have when he's on the show.
I got a little surprise for Yotto, so me and you will rap throughout the day. I got to talk to you later. We got a little something for him.
All right, perfect. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll make him be one of our celebrity judges on the Freaky Friday show.
Yeah, because otherwise he'll bomb us with he's got the most photos anyway. Him and Papa Smurf got the craziest library, so maybe we'll have to make him a judge just so he could give some other people a chance to get in on the picks posting.
Guys, you know what? Last Friday we had over 1,800 people listen to the show, man. That's all I got to say about that. Freaky Friday is going to be taking over the world, man. So Cleveland Indians 4.5 runs a game, where K-Sizzle 4.67. K-Sizzle's slightly superior in that. And K-Sizzle's superior in most categories here, man. Cleveland, 4-1 straight up in the last 5. I've been telling everybody to, just kind of keep their eye on this Cleveland team. I mean, they're slowly climbing up the ladder, man. I know they're 2 games under 500. I get it, but they've been playing pretty decent as of late. And surprisingly, I see why the line is where it is. They're 5-2 straight up in the last 7 when playing on the road against Kansas City, man. And K-Sizzle's 1-5 straight up in the last 6. So if you want to get a future on K-Sizzle, now is probably the time while they're sliding, That's when you're going to get the best value. I want to take K-Sizzle here too. But you know what, guys? Let me do my homework and I'll get back to you. Slight lean on K-Sizzle just because they are... I mean, Guthrie's ERA is horrific, man. It's almost 7 runs. I think we're going to get back to that. We'll put that on standby. Next one I got on the ticket is a bounce-back game, in my opinion here. I got the Milwaukee Brew Crew coming into the St. Lucia Cardinals. Milwaukee has Tyler Cravey on the mound. St. Lucia has Lance Lynn. I don't have a line on that. Let me go on to sportsbetterstv.com and see. I do. Sportsbetterstv.com has St. Lucia minus 165 with an under-over of 7.5. Go for it.
The Brewers are 18-34 on the total. They're 9-14 away. My man Carvey is getting his very first start. Apparently, there's no numbers for him. The Cardinals are 33-18, 20-7 at home. Lynn is 3-2 with a 3.41 ERA. And the Cardinals lost last night. They had runners on first.
Dude,
and
they stranded like 8. Yeah, they stranded like 8 runners. Yeah.
But not to mention, they did have in the bottom of the 9th. I mean, to at least tie the game and put in an extra innings, runners on first and second with 1 out, and weren't able to get it done.
Fires pitched really well for the Brewers.
Yeah,
he pitched really well and shut that offense down. And I think it would have been I think the Brewers would have scored a lot more runs if it wasn't for their defense. St. Lucia's defense is really good. They had some top 10 plays on there and defensively and everything. So I think St. Lucia gets the job done today. I think they bounce back, and I'm going to take them today. And I think I'm going to pair them with the Nasties. I tried to do that yesterday. Dude, as soon as the rain out happened with the Nasties, I just had a bad feeling about my night, Mm-hmm. But that's gonna be game 1 with the Nasties if it gets played. Next one we got on the ticket is the second of a doubleheader. We got the LA Dodgers coming into the Colorado Rockies for the 8:40 p.m. Eastern start. LA's got Greinke on the mound. Colorado has David Hale, and I don't have a line on that yet. What you got?
Let me see. Uh-oh.
Yeah, baby.
Uh-oh. Greinke's 5-1 with a 1.48 ERA. The Dodgers are 30-20, and they're 9-13 away. The Rockies are 22-27. I'm sorry. 22-27, 8-14 at home. Hale is 1-0 with a 2.70 ERA. This game, too, has your no-score first inning formula.
Son, you are playing with fire with these,
This is a tough one. This was a tough one right here. This was a tough one.
2 words for you. Coors Field.
I know, but just because it's Coors Field don't mean that the ball just flies out of there the first inning.
That's exactly what it means.
You're only worried about the home run anyway. Some of these cats, look at the home run numbers, son. Like I said, it ain't the steroid era no more. Cats ain't it. I love that. Soon as they tightened up the home runs, they went from an average of 60 a game to 40 a season. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know. We had let's see, who do we have? We had Sosa, McGuire.
Bonds. Obviously, we weren't even talking about them time. I'm just talking about your average guys. You know what I mean? Your average guy. Home runs were like the average guy was hitting 50. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe Jelly Donut. Pow. He was getting 50 a year. And then as soon as they started with the steroids, everybody's numbers dropped down. So Mad Cats was using it that didn't even get caught.
Yes, exactly. So, in that game there, I think I like Greinke in that spot, so I may wait for the line to get released and maybe do a St. Lucia and Dodgers combo. Kind of thinking about that. Next one we got on the ticket.
A couple of guys that had big numbers that never got caught up in the steroids that are playing right now, that their numbers have dwindled, that makes you slightly raise the eyebrow. I know they've always been supposedly clean and nothing said, but, ever since it tightened up, their numbers did go down. I know they got a little bit older too, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like my man Pujols.
Yes.
Pujols was a beast in that era, and all of a sudden when the roids, I know he got traded, and I know some things were different, and he's older, but his numbers changed a lot when the steroids started getting, when they started buckling down. So, there's a few cats that flew under the radar. You go look at their numbers, and their numbers are nowhere near what they used to be.
I feel you, man. I feel you. Next game we got on the ticket, we got the Atlanta Braves at the Arizona Diamondbacks. Atlanta has their ace, Mr. Shelby Miller, on the mound. Arizona has Josh Comenter. Arizona slightly favored, -112 with an under-over of 8.5. What you got there?
Hey, the Braves, Mr. Shelby Miller is 5-2 with a 1.48 ERA. The Braves are 26 and 25. 14-15 away. The Diamondbacks are 23-27, 11-14 at home. Comenter is 3-5 with a 5.05 ERA.
This Arizona team loves to score, and they do it at home. And taking a look at this, man, Shelby Miller is Atlanta's ace, so maybe he can contain them a little bit. I say you fall back. This game, this is a coin flip here, brother.
Ugly game.
Total coin flip, guys. You know what? Anybody that's playing this, good luck. That's why the line is, they can't even figure out who a favorite is in that game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to fall back from that and keep it moving. Next one we got on the ticket is the Tampa Biscuit Rays coming into the LA Angels. Tampa Biscuit has Chris Archer. LA Angels have C.J. Wilson. Tampa Biscuit -115 with an under-over of 7. What you got there?
Archer 5-4 with a 2.12 ERA. The Tampa Bay Devil Rays are 26 and 26, 13 and 12 on the road. The Angels are 28 and 24, 16 and 11 at home. Mr. Wilson is 3-3 with a 3.18 ERA.
Taking a look at this, Tampa Biscuit surprisingly is superior, and they're pretty much even statistically here. But Tampa Biscuit is superior in runs allowed, team ERA, offensive hits, offensive walks, offensive strikeouts, and hits allowed as well. Where LA is superior in runs scored, runs differential, defensive walks, and defensive strikeouts. Tampa Biscuit is 2-7 straight up in the last 9 games. LA 5-0 straight up in the last 5. I know that Archer's pretty dope. I did take him in an under recently where I cashed. Looking at this, guys, this may have under written all over it here. The total has gone under in 14 of the last 19 Tampa Biscuit games on the road. And the total has gone under in 10 of the last 15 games in LA at home here. You know what? What's the total here? 7. Ouch. It's a light one. I'm going to put that on standby, guys. If I had a 7.5, I'd maybe take a shot, but a 7 is kind of a low number there. Put that on standby. We'll have the conversation about it later on. Next one we got on the ticket, we got the New York Stanks coming into the Seattle Mariners. And the Stanks laid the smackdown on them yesterday, man. New York Stanks have C. Sabathia on the mound. Seattle has Mike Montgomery. Pretty much even money all across the board with an under-over of 7.5. What's good there?
CC Sabathia is 2-7 with a 5.67 ERA. The Yankees are 27 and 25, 15 and 15 on the road. The Mariners are 24 and 27, 12 and 14 at home. Montgomery's getting his first start. CC, guys, I told you that, I think he's done. The Mariners don't score you, with their bats, so I wouldn't be surprised if actually CC pitched a somewhat decent game today. It's a later game for them. He might pull a gem out of his pocket tonight. So I'd be careful with this game if I were you, especially the way the Yankees jumped all over Seattle yesterday. And CC may be able to hold it down, hold Seattle to 1 to 2 runs maybe. So I will go easy with this game if you're loving it, because I kind of like the Yankees.
Seattle scored no runs last night.
Yep.
And Seattle is averaging 3.69 runs a game, ranked 28th in the MLB, dude.
Right, and they only score those 3 runs when Felix is pitching.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Last 3 games, though, 2.67 runs a game. If CC has a shot at holding a team down, it's definitely Seattle.
No doubt. That's why I said I wouldn't be surprised if he actually had a good game tonight.
Yeah, right. But guess what? I'm not taking it.
Oh, no.
No.
That's for the people that are thinking about taking it. Just some food for thought. That's all.
Yeah, I got you. So, I mean, guys, Seattle's not going to go anywhere not scoring any runs. I'm going to tell you right now, they could have King Felix pitch, every other day. Doesn't mean they're going to do anything with that. So we'll keep it moving.
It might be dope if he pitched every other day.
It might be, right? And we catch no score first innings all the time.
I'd love to see that would make black baseball exciting if you had to pitch every other day. All you can have is 2 pitchers, two starters, 2 bullpen guys, and 2 closers. That's it. You got a total of 6 pitchers. Cats have to go every other day, and that's that. all this middle pitch the full game. If you getting blown up, just stay in there and get blown up.
Right.
Your boy ain't coming out until tomorrow.
Yes.
you get a break tomorrow, and you right back at it the next day.
2 more games on a ticket, guys. We got the New York Mets coming into the San Diego Padres. New York Mets have Noah Syndergaard on the mound. San Diego has Ian Kennedy. New York Mets minus 122 and an under-over of 6.5.
Syndergaard 2-2 with a 1.82 ERA. The Mets are 29-23. They're 8-15 away. The Padres, guys, I'm good with this Padres team. Yesterday I even liked them to beat. I said if you're gonna beat a team, the Mets would be the team to beat. They got beat by the Mets. Weren't at all impressive. I don't know what you guys saw in this Padre team or what they did in the offseason, but whatever they did is not working. It's like Obamacare. All right, 25-28, 13-15 at home. Ian Kennedy's 2-5 with a 7.15 ERA. Leave this game alone.
Son, they just don't want to give their pitchers run support.
I don't know what's up with them, man.
It's so bad, man.
It is.
It's so bad. I mean, the only pitcher that they want to score for is Big Game Shields.
Big Game Shields.
That's it, man. So, you know what, guys? I think, you know what? I can't even give you an opinion on that. I have nothing. The New York Mets are actually... I
kind of like the Mets.
Oh, God, dude. No.
But I'm not taking them, but I'm saying I kind of like the Mets.
Mets are ranked 23rd in the league with runs scored 3.83. And on the road, man, they are pretty bad.
Syndergaard's been dope, though, man. 1.82 ERA. He's only got 2 wins, but, I mean, he's been dope.
Yeah, he has. So I told you I wanted to see a couple of games out of him, but, dude, I can't take the Mets on the road.
Nah, definitely not. No way.
No way. All right, so we're going to scroll back. We're going to fall back from that as well. Next one we got on a ticket is the final game here. We got the Pittsburgh Pirates coming into the San Francisco Giants. Pretty much even money all across the board. Surprisingly, this Pittsburgh team is climbing up the ladder, man. Under over of 7. What you got?
A.J. Burnett's on the mound, 5-1 with a 1.81 ERA, which is very nice. They're 27-24 all around. Their away record is 12-15 for the Pirates. The Giants are at home. They are 30-23, 16-12 at home. They got Heston on the mound. He is 5-3 with a 3.82 ERA. I stayed away from the no-score first inning game with them yesterday because I also like that one too. So I got like 3 on my radar right now. This is also another one that's possibly on my radar. But I'll get it out a little bit later for you guys.
This is definitely a good one for that.
It is, but the Pirates, man, I for some reason I haven't had a lot of success They always seem to score on me in the first inning. I don't know why.
They love that.
Yeah, they do. That's my thing. Them in the by the way, the Mets too.
Dude, I know.
The Mets
the Mets
always score in the first inning. That stat is kind of accurate.
I know. I told you that the other like last Sunday or whatever.
Yeah. And you're right. They are now out of the formula.
Kid, and it's always that one booty run.
That one booty. I say it all the time. I hate it. It's the one booty run, man. Just one. Not even. You wouldn't feel bad if they open up the floodgates and scored 4 or 5 or whatever. But yeah, one stinking one. It's like, hey, dream here, pow.
Yeah, and it's like on a throwing error. One run. Oh.
The worst, dude. The worst.
You get a walk.
And it's always the last. Their last up. You know what I'm saying?
2 outs.
2 outs.
0-2 count.
Full count and boom.
Yeah, you get an 0-2 count, turns into a walk. Then that cat steals second base.
Hey, and then you're watching the ticker, and the ticker's stuck on the game cast. It's stuck with the delay, and all of a sudden you see top of the third inning, and it 1-0, and then you go back and look and find out that they scored in the first inning at the bottom, and you've been sitting there waiting for 15 minutes to find out what happened.
Yes, definitely, man, definitely. So I'm looking at the Washington Nasties in the first game if it gets played. I'm looking at the St. Lucia Cardinals, and I am entertaining taking Mr. Zach Greinke playing the Colorado Rockies tonight. Those are the 3 games I'm looking at, and I think I agree with your first inning here with Pittsburgh and San Francisco.
All right.
The no-score first inning.
Yep.
So
I'm going to be right now. It looks like I'm going to go Detroit today. I like the Detroit Tigers. I'm borderline on his Greinke as well. I kind of like the Dodgers today. I'm borderline. So I'll get back to you on that. That's like a light lean, but I do like the Tigers. I'm going to take a shot with them today. I also am on the no score first inning, and I'm looking at the Giant Pit game, which I like a lot. I also like it in the in the Dodgers Rocky game, but I'm probably going to leave that one alone. And I think that's the 2 I'm going to look at. I don't think I'm going to push it. Are you on KC or no? What was your thoughts on that? I'm
going to put that on standby. Anytime they're a home team dog, I like taking them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And yep. I'm sure a lot of the nation would be on that too, being there an underdog, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
I also think that I am in agreement with you. I think I'm going to play the under 8.5 on this Texas game.
I don't know about that. I think I'm going to do I'm glad you reminded me of that. The team total under
the White Sox.
For the White Sox.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take a shot with the under for the whole game. As I'm not that comfortable with the team totals yet on a specific team, but I do like this game to go under. But I got to do some homework, guys. It's a small lean. So far, the only thing I'm really confident on and I'm really sure I'm going to play is going to be Detroit. If you guys are interested, the other stuff's going to come out. I'll probably hit you guys around 6:30. You know what time I put my stuff out, and that's how I'm going to do it today.
All right, sounds good, guys. So, guys, big shows coming up, man. You got a rundown of the guests.
A rundown of the guests is tomorrow we're going to have Yato on, and then on Thursday we're going to have the Kid Picks on.
All right, and then Friday, Freaky Friday, is going to be a massive show. We got Jay Cass coming on, and Saturday, fanape.com to talk about the Triple Crown, kid, the Belmont. American Pharaoh, baby.
American Pharaoh wins. We get our Triple Crown winner, the first one ever. I'm going on the record for saying that. Am I playing? Probably not. I just, you know what? I don't know. I just lost it after the Kentucky Derby. I just don't feel horses.
Got you.
I might go down to the track. Who knows? I may. It's been rainy out, so maybe if it rains, dude. I hope they're not. The horses ain't running in that mud show that they ran in Baltimore.
Yeah, right. We got to see what the weather is out there.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. So I'm gonna wait at least until Friday to go play my dumb stuff, whatever I do, the dumb exactas and all that. Nah, I think it's dumb. I'd rather just go play Lotto.
Gotcha.
To play 4.
Got it, man. All right. So, who do you got to shout out when we close out of here, player?
Hey, I want to thank everybody for all their support this morning, everybody that's helping us out, and bear with us as we've been having our technical difficulties. We are trying to get it together. So, guys, bear with us. We'll figure it out at some point and definitely get things, get it rolling. Want to thank everybody who retweeted the show this morning. I got Clem VU. I got Eddie E. My man, the kids pick, the cheese, Buddy the dog, Ben Diaz. WTF is out there. Joseph Del Rosario, Tommy King, Booze and Bets, Moneyline Hunter, THOTN, Yippa82, CK Nagayan, Don Ho, Bookie Sports Bet, Mr. Mac is out there, Chino, Real Winners, Tip Talker, my man Zay, JC, Face Kicker, The Turtle, Bud Cheddar, Tanakis, LA WizKid, Total Sports Edge, Casano, Direct Sports Solution, Getting to a Check, 100 Bets, my man D, Jason Braz, Ben's Keys, Clownman Swag, Lou Dog, J-Cass, All in Life, Smokey Rodriguez, Sports Blue Chips, Smokey, Christos, Mo, Doc, Surmata, Arthur Ashley, Benjamin Rowe, CJ Rodriguez Jr., which is OJFB, my boy as well, Snoopy Betts, Mario Martinez, Irvin, Jason Riley, James Harrelson, Sports Sharp, Pieper Press, Spot Bet, Razor Mamone, Immaculate, Sirach, King J, and Boston Boy. Thank you guys all for your support and listening and retweeting our show this morning. Thanks everybody else who are going to listen later on. And I know Vegas Girl 92661 will check us out later. My man Papa Smurf, I got an APB out on you. I know you're in the Gambling Witness Protection Program, so get at your boy. Anyway, guys, I am the dream. Always remember who you with. Make the most of each and every day, as you cannot get this time back. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So big lineup coming up, man. We got a lot of guests coming up, and we're putting together a date for the Queen of Odds to be one of our guest judges of Freaky Fridays. Maybe we'll do the following week. We'll have the conversation. It'd be nice to get a little female's perspective on some of those lovely photos that come in, man. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
And definitely, guys, so we are getting ready, man. We are going to put a date out there where we're going to be launching our apparel. The SBTV shirts are looking insane. I can't wait to get those out there, man. You and I got to get together, Dream. I don't know what your day's looking like in the next few days, but we got to get together and chat.
Yeah, no doubt. Probably tomorrow, as I got a bunch of dumb stuff going on today.
What else is new? You always got dumb stuff going on.
I know, dude. I know.
All right, guys. So we are Sports Bettors TV. We are the biggest show in the world on every single day, 9 a.m. during the week, 10 a.m. on the weekends. We love you to death. Go out there. Go easy. Do your own homework. Bet your own plays. Check us out at sportsbettorstv.com and get that money. Take care.